Alright guys, so since there has been a new mentor in Shindo Life, I am going to be doing the new mentor worst to best. There's also been a ton of changes to mentors in general. My last mentor worst to best was literally when they were released. And as you guys probably know, that was an extremely long time ago, almost a year ago now. So I'm going to be doing a revised version of the tier list since there is a new mentor drop. So since this is a very heavily requested video, remember to like, subscribe, and let's get right to the video, guys. Alright, so coming in 5th place is actually going to be the newest mentor in the game, Bruce Kaneki. Now, Bruce Kaneki up in here, I honestly think the stats really are not that great, all things considered. I mean, I do definitely view Bruce Kaneki as basically a Ryuji mentor. It has almost borderline the same exact stats, but the difference between Bruce Kaneki and Ryuji is that Bruce is more, Tai focused. It has 100 more stats in Chi and Nin, which is almost completely irrelevant to the actual stat pool because you have thousands of stats. 100 stats isn't going to win you a fight. I think when you get starting up at like the 300 to 500 more range, that can win you fights, but 100 more is literally going to do nothing for you. So I do think that, the stats overall are pretty similar to Ryuji Kenichi, and people never pick Ryuji Kenichi for the stats. They pick it for the passives, which are extremely good, and Bruce Kenichi does have okay passives, but the passives compared to the other passives that the mentors have, honestly, are not that great. I mean, the WW, fast dash is really good if you like doing that, but I definitely think the Chi dash is kind of just a better version of that, in my opinion, because Chi dash can be used for traveling as well. I do understand that the WW dash is a very cool mechanic. I do think it's by far one of the coolest things that they've actually added to the game, but the mentor itself really is not that great. I do think, maybe it should receive a little bit of a buff, like less stamina required for an air combo or something like that, like half stamina. That would definitely make it a lot better, but as it stands right now, it's kind of just a pure tie main thing. And even then, Ryuji Kenichi is just better for timing. By the way, guys, if any of you play Pokemon, my girlfriend, I bought a booster box today, and my girlfriend pulled this card. You guys should, if you guys open Pokemon cards, you should know what this card is. And if you don't, shame on you. All right, so coming in 4th place is going to be the Naramaki Mentor. Now, the Naramaki Mentor has always been my least favorite mentor of the game, and it still is. But I do think Chi Dash, I was kind of, a little bit harsh on it. I do think the Chi Dash is a pretty good mechanic in the game. I've seen people use it quite effectively. You could also use it to extend combos if you use the right moves to things like that. It's overall going to be a really okay move, and Naramaki has a good balance of stats between actual damage, chi, and HP. Now, the only issue with Naramaki is none of the stats are extremely high, so it doesn't really focus in anything. I do think that it's quite literally, I kind of view Naramaki the same as I view Shindai when it comes to stats. The stats are so evenly distributed beside high for each of them that it doesn't really matter, in all honesty. I do think Naramaki is better than Shindai stat wise, but Shindai's passives are much better, and passives are more important than 400 stat points in the game. But when it comes to Naramaki, the passives are going to be Chi Dash and Fast Charge. Now, the Fast Chi Charge is by far one of the single best, passives in the game. Now, the only reason why this isn't going to rank higher on the list is because I do think that, the stats of the other ones are more specialized. Naramaki isn't really specialized enough, and Shindai Akuma obviously gets the 3 passives. I'm pretty sure that hasn't been fixed yet. So you get 3 passives. With the Naramaki, you only get 2. Shindai Akuma is pretty much Naramaki, but a little bit better, in all honesty. So Naramaki, unfortunately, is going to be hitting that solid 4th place on this list, just because I do think the passives are a little bit underwhelming when combined together. I mean, Chi Dash and Fast Chi Charge, it's pretty okay. Naramaki is definitely going to be a very solid choice. All these mentors are solid choices, in all honesty, but some of them do slightly move above the other. Now, coming to 3rd place is going to be Ryuji Kenichi. Now, this should be the go-to, tie main mentor, in my opinion, because I do feel like, the tie stats, even though it isn't as high as Bruce Kaneki, Ryuji Kenichi does have more HP overall, and it's a significant more amount of HP. Now, like, 400 more stat points at HP, it makes a pretty big difference when the Perfect Blast system exists in the game, because if you do more damage, they're still going to sub out at 150. But if you have more HP, you may possibly be able to live another combo. That's why it's such a big difference. Doing more damage is significantly worse than having more HP right now, just because the Perfect Blast system exists. So the stat points are actually significantly better for Ryuji than Bruce, and I do think the passives are better. I mean, Stronger Block is an insanely good passive, and if you're going to be a tie main, the Faster Chi Charge is pretty irrelevant because you're going to be maining Taijutsu. I mean, like, come on. So Ryuji Kenichi is kind of the go-to tie mentor, and for that, I am going to be putting this in 3rd place. I would also like to mention that the other stats remain the same, so Chi and Nin get absolutely no increase, so just keep that in mind before you choose this. This is kind of a tie-only mentor. Now, coming to 2nd place, now this one may be heavily disputed by people, but I am going to be putting Shindai Akuma here. Now, Shindai Akuma, the stats are very evenly distributed. The HP is still very high. The HP is the highest stat, which is very good. If it was damage, Shindai probably wouldn't be as good as it is now. now, but it does have high, HP. And since the stats are so evenly distributed, if you do the Shindai mentors every single mission of the Shindai mentor, you could actually unlock 3 passives, which is obviously more than the 2 passives of every other mentor in the game. So you get wide dash, chi dash, and I'm pretty sure it's chi charge that you also get as well. Now, I'm not 100% sure if this is fixed yet, because obviously I don't use Shindai, I don't switch my mentor all the time. So if this is fixed, tell me in the comments below. But if it isn't fixed, Shindai is still, a second place pick. I do think if it's fixed, it's still second place, because I do think, the main passives it gets, which is wide dash and chi dash, are extremely good for mobility. It's extremely good for catching people, running away from people. I do think the stat distribution is also pretty okay as well. I mean, like, you have high HP and the other stats are pretty evened out. So this is kind of like, I do think this is a mentor you should go to if you don't know what mentor to pick. If you are very unsure of what you want out of a mentor, just pick Shindai. It's a very solid choice as long as you do the mentor mission. By the way, guys, what mentor are you currently using in Shindo Life? From the comments below, we'll be checking them out. Now, coming in first place as a surprise to absolutely nobody is going to be the Jiso mentor. Now, Jiso mentor is coming out with an absolutely fat HP amount of 7,500. Highest HP amount, it's honestly not even close to the other mentors. I mean, the highest mentor besides this is Ryuji, which is still 500 less, which is a big difference in the perfect block system. Now, I do think that, Ryuji, since the HP amount is, pretty close, people generally choose Ryuji sometimes over Jiso. But right now with the Jiso, even though they both get stronger block, Ryuji and Jiso also gets the faster chi charge. So you have practically the 2 strongest passives in the game on one mentor, plus you have the fattest HP out of any mentor. So I do think, Jiso is kind of just, it is the best mentor right now, hands down, and it's always been the best mentor. I mean, like, let's be real here. But I do think that, Jiso, don't put all your eggs into one basket. Don't hop on Jiso just because I said it's the best. Choose the mentor that's right for you. Jiso has stronger block. I barely ever use stronger block. I'm more of the person that kind of just, I'm very offensive. I don't really, I'm not a defensive player, so I don't really block that much. I'm kind of always the one attacking. So stronger block is kind of useless for me. But I do use Jiso because of the fat HP amount, and the fat, HP is absolutely insane in this game right now. And the faster, I'm going to be honest with you guys, once you use faster chi charge, you cannot go back. It is such a helpful thing that you will never be able to not use it again. That's how helpful it actually is. Anyways, guys, that's it for this video. If you enjoyed this video, really excited for guys. Bye-bye.